All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta recruiting training. This is just a quick overview of who we are at Big Brothers Big Sisters and a little bit of tips and do's and don'ts for manning a recruitment event, just to make sure that our message is clear all throughout. So we'll teach a little bit about the agency and a little bit about our history, and then a little bit about how to recruit at an event. So let's get started just with who we are. This is our mission statement. I would encourage anyone that recruits for us to have this memorized. It says, our mission is to provide children facing adversity with strong and enduring, professionally supported, one-to-one relationships that change lives for the better forever. And that's what we're all about at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we've been doing that in the Metro Atlanta area for over 50 years. And we serve currently about 12 different counties. Here are the counties above. Don't need to have these memorized, but it's good to know 12 counties. But make sure whenever we say 12 counties to somebody that we tell them that we make all our matches within 15 miles of where they live. So they're not going to be driving all the way from Gwinnett down to Henry or anything like that. We serve kids ages 6 to 18, but we enroll kids ages 6 to 14. So you can't sign up if you're over the age of 14. At the end of the year, last year, so that's at the end of 2015, here are the numbers for how many kids we had on the waiting list. Those numbers as of July are about 450, with about 300 of those being boys. So we always need men. And remember that we're serving children facing adversity. And so that's people coming from low-income housing, people on free or reduced lunch, and we're particularly looking right now to serve more children that have been affected by incarceration to some extent. And you can have a big impact as a big brother or a big sister. And so as of last year, our stats were a little bit better, so 99% graduated from high school on time. That's a stat that I always like to use because it's clear, the stats right now. So on average, 70% of kids graduate from high school on time just without a mentor. So that's in the state of Georgia, and 60% from low-income families. But our stat is 99% graduated from high school on time last year, which is huge. 86 go on to secondary education, and you can read the rest of the stats. But that 99% is the big number that helps us show that we're really making an impact in our community. Somebody asks you, hey, what do I have to do? So they're at an event and you meet them. How do I sign up? What they do is they fill out an inquiry card right there. You get all their information, and then someone will be in contact with them to get a little bit more information and to schedule an interview. Remind them that they have to sign up for 1 year and commit to 2 visits per month during that year. And they've got to be staying in their address for another year. So it doesn't matter when they move there, just that they're going to be there for another year. Then we do a quick orientation and the interview. And the point of the interview is just to get to know them and to kind of learn about their preferences. We do a background check and get 4 references. After all that comes back clean, then we present them with some information about the child we think that would be a good match for them. They can say yes or they can say no. If they say yes, then we have a match party and they get to have fun. The match support specialist or the mentoring coach is really what sets us apart from just doing mentoring on your own. So make sure to emphasize that you're going to have somebody that's looking after you, somebody that's thinking for you, helping you set goals for your little brother or little sister, and then obtain those goals. But they're not just going to be talking to the big brother or big sister. They're going to be talking to the parent and the child as well. So they're going to act as an objective third party. They're going to help you work through issues. They're going to hear how the parent feels about the match and things like that. And then also here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, we're going to offer different programs based on what you need. You can come. So we'll have academic coaching or healthy living coaching or things like that, where you can come, have fun, and learn with your little brother or little sister. So we want to support the match all the way through the life. If somebody doesn't want to sign up right then and there, then they can still be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters by giving back. So they can be a part of what we call the sustainer circle, where they can give a certain amount of money every month, and they can meet these certain numbers. And this is just to help make it clear, hey, you're making an impact with your dollars as well. So recruiting just for us. So if you're recruiting, here's some policies you got to follow. You have to have completed this and filled out the survey that says you completed it. If you're going to do an event, then you have to fill out an event form, and that event form has to be turned in 1 week before the event happens. So just one form per event. Not everybody that's on the event has to do it, just one, so that we can know where we're going to be, where our table is, and make sure that we have all the permissions on our side as well. All the materials that you pick up and you take out to the event, they have to be returned within 2 business days. So if you do it on a Saturday, you've got till Tuesday to return it, and we can work with that. Just make sure to keep us in the loop. Make sure to wear your proper attire. We're going to have shirts in the box, so wear the Big Brothers Big Sisters t-shirt that's there, and then that's yours to keep. Take that home and don't bring it back, and then just wear proper clothes other than that. And then at this point, we're not going to take any cash or check donations at the event. If there's not a Big Brothers Big Sisters staff member there, we're still working on where we can work on donations. So we'll update this video when that happens. So what are we looking for? What are we looking to do as recruiters? Well, we're looking for large events that have vendors, so people that are selling things or giving out information. We want to be there, and we want to have a table just to get visibility within the community. So you can set up a table, gather information, hand out brochures. Lunch and learns at companies. These are about an hour, and they're very easy to do, but they have a very high yield rate. So usually we get a lot of people because we're allowed to talk to them. We're allowed to have more discussion, and people are coming that are interested. And then any table opportunities in high traffic areas. We talked about the Beltline and things like that. So where there's going to be a lot of people, that's where we want to be, just to get the name of Big Brothers Big Sisters out there. But we want to make sure for all these things that we have permission from the right people, and that's the point of the event form. So just some do's and don'ts when you're out at an event. You can hand out brochures. Feel free to answer any questions. You can give out my contact information. So Kyle Redner, you can give them my card or anything like that if they have any questions. Get information and then direct them to our website or anything else for donations. Some don'ts: don't yell at people. Don't give out any of your personal information. Don't drink or do drugs before or during the event, and don't wear inappropriate clothing. So some frequently asked questions that you might get while you're out there. Most people are going to ask, what about the time commitment? Because they think it's a huge time commitment. And a year is a long time, but we want to focus on, hey, you're just hanging out with them 2 times a month. So however that works out, it's about 2 times a month. And if they ask, then it comes out to be about 8 hours a month is how long it ends up being. But that's for 1 year. And the reason we ask for 1 year is because we want stability in these kids' lives. We want them to have someone that they can trust and they can count on. Most of our matches, or an average length of our matches, is about 36 months right now, but we ask for at least 1 year, and we'd love to see it continue after that. what are the requirements to be a big brother, big sister? So what do I have to do? Oh, you got to be at least 21, or if you're 18, you got to be in college. You got to be at your address for another year and a half. So that's what we were talking about earlier. It doesn't matter when they move there, just that they're going to be there for a while. No DUIs in the past 2 years, no felonies in the past 7. You got to be drug-free, have a car. If they see a counselor or a therapist, that's fine. We just get a letter of recommendation from that counselor or therapist, and we do all that directly. So make sure they know that. And another thing they might ask is, does it cost anything? We like to say that it's free. We do ask for a $30 donation to cover the cost of the background check, but that's not required. So if they don't have the $30 or anything like that, then they don't have to pay it, and they can still be a big brother or big sister. And then whenever they go and hang out with their little brother or little sister, we never ask them to pay. We don't ask them to buy things, and we tell the parent and the little brother and little sister the same thing. So there's no cost involved. Next steps, that's kind of the process that we walk through, but the next step is to get them to fill out an inquiry card. Make sure to tell them that doesn't sign them up for sure, like that's not committing them to being a big brother or big sister. That's just saying that they want more information. As far as how long does it take to get a little brother, it really depends on a lot. It depends on when you can get in here for an interview, where you live, and things like that. But we try to get everybody matched within 3 months of when they turn in that inquiry card. And then what are some things they can do? You know, the best thing that we say is that we're not asking you to change your life. We're just asking you to bring a child into your life. So you do fun things around the community. You're already going to the movies. You're already going out to eat. You're already hanging out. Just bring a child along to the fun things that you're doing. So go to the park, do fun things that you're already doing. And so that's it. When you're out there, just make sure that you're answering people's questions. You're talking to them about big brothers, big sisters, emphasizing the impact that they can make, emphasizing the 99% of kids that graduate on high school on time, emphasizing that it's not a lot of time taken out of your month, but you can have a big impact. So thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments regarding this training video, please email me. You see my email address there, and I'll respond to that. Fill out the survey, and then you'll be all ready to go. Thanks so much, guys.